Hey guys, welcome along to our 13 Clan Mother video. So we are doing the Clan Mother of the second moon cycle and sharing with you from Jamie Sam's book, okay, the 13 original Clan Mothers. And the moon cycles run from full moon to full moon. So when I'm sharing this video, the full moon has just recently been, like within the last week and a half, and we are entering the midway point, if you like, of the journey of this Clan Mother's cycle, and we are working with the Wisdom Keeper. And for me, sharing this information with you is a way for it to solidify, if you like, which is pretty cool because the Wisdom Keeper works with the Stone People, and the Stone People are the keeper of the records, the Earth records. So I'll share with you the poem that begins the chapter. I'll share with you a little bit of the information that's actually there. And then I want to share some pieces from Wisdom Keeper's story, which is following the Wisdom Trail. Because I've found in reading it over the last few days that there are some points of relevance to what it is that we're transitioning through at the moment. And I just think, yeah, it's really timely. It's also really cool because the Wisdom Keeper's stories tend to fall in with winter and talking about the period of hibernation or reflection and quietness. And that's what we're entering into in the Southern Hemisphere now, which is awesome. So very timely, always timely with these. So the poem first. O keeper of ancient knowing, whisper your wisdom to me, that I may always remember life's sacred mystery. The stories of the grandmothers, brave deeds great and small, the progress of the faithful who answer our mother's call. The cycles and the seasons that mark our every change, the rebirth of our visions, the spirits we have reclaimed. Here truth is the victor of the war that dwells within, bringing every human heart to celebration in the end. So Wisdom Keeper is the Clan Mother of the second moon cycle and the historian of all Earth's records. She is the keeper of the stone libraries, the protectress of sacred traditions, and the guardian of remembering and all planetary memory. She teaches us how to develop the self through honouring the truth in all things. So she is honouring the truth. February is her month, and grey is the colour that connects us to the Wisdom Keeper's moon cycle and her medicine. So remembering from past videos or from your own readings that it is full moon to full moon. So it was the full moon that was at the end of February, and that's the Clan Mother that you're journeying with at the moment. So what you may find is that you are beginning to, especially at the moment, you are experiencing things in your life, in your everyday life, and it feels quite old, but then it feels new. And maybe you're seeking answers to certain things and you're just not sure where to go or what to look for. And that's why I thought I'd share some of her story. So I'll read you some of the information first and then we'll go to the story. Wisdom Keeper reminds us that all history is kept in the libraries of the Stone People, and that to access this history we must hear the voices of the Rock Tribe, who record the remembering of the Earth Mother. So if you watched last month's Clan Mother video, I was talking about how everything is a relation, right? And it is our connection in relation to those things. So everything is a relation, including rocks. Everything that is provided for us by Mother Earth, Mother Nature, is a relative as such. We operate in connection to them. They are a part of us, we're a part of them. It's that sort of thing. So this is really remembering that the oldest wisdom, if you like, can be found in the rocks, in the Stone People, okay? To honour the truth of all that has been, we must tap more than human, cultural traditions or stories. The history of all that has happened on our planet is forged in stone, so that the body of the Earth Mother can offer tangible records to those willing to learn the language of the Stone People who hold her memory. She also honours the truth as it is seen from each sacred point of view, because all individuals experience life events in a different manner. In her wisdom, this clan mother understands that there is truth in every life form's journey. In arrogance, humans are the only part of the Earth tribe to insist that their particular religion, philosophy, or tradition holds the only truth or path to wisdom and understanding. For this reason, she is the mother of friendship, showing us how to be a friend and how to have friends. Which is, it's pretty cool. I'm just skimming over the rest to see. The colour grey is non-threatening or neutral, and it represents friendship. Through the colour grey, Wisdom Keeper teaches us how to interact with others, always honouring their sacred spaces and sacred points of view, without feeling as if we must defend our own viewpoints. As we honour our own truths, we develop our sense of self and allow others to do the same. Every new understanding of the truths that others carry adds to our personal wisdom and knowledge, creating further development of relationships to all our relations as it is experienced within the self. The medicine that comes from Wisdom Keeper helps us in developing ourselves and to access our memory potential. So this is why I thought it was quite good to leave this until now. In terms of timing, this is what's happening, okay? Yes, everything is new, but there is records and information there for us, but it is not human record and information, if that makes any sense. It's not one particular person's point of view. It's not one particular tribe or relation's point of view. It's just, all of the wisdom of the ages. So the parts of her story that I thought were quite interesting was that she is the clan mother that journeys through the winter month, if you like. So it's quite grey colour, grey, but also as in grey sky. That's what I think of with her. She is working through that to make sure that she has anchored in the wisdom for humanity or for her two-leggeds. And she goes through the cycle of recalling her memories to then clear the path and walk into the caves, because going into the caves is what helps her to solidify, to impart, and then to go, basically. So on her journey to the caves, she comes across a stone, and she notices the stone, and it's been beneath a big pine tree. So she touches the pine tree to feel the energy and then has a look at the stone. On top of the stone is a snowflake, and the snowflake talks to her, she calls it snowflake. So the snowflake talks to her and explains to her. So Weaves the Web is another clan mother that we journey with during the year. But when Weaves the Web was creating the web, she also enabled the web to be an ice web, and that's a snowflake. And if you have ever seen the intricacies of a snowflake, they're varied, and you can look at a study on water molecules, and that's been done freezing water so that you can see the structure. You'll see how it is also another web. And what Snowflake explains is that she captures the dreams and the intentions of the children of the planet, which is all of us, and that she falls for us to remember what they are. And then as she melts, our heart's desires go into Mother Earth so that they are then in the records, and Mother Earth can sense what it is that we are desiring. So there's some of this sort of goes back to the whole cause and effect, and to be very aware of what it is that you are wishing for, okay? Because your heart's desires are going to get imprinted, and to be ready to release as well. So what Snowflake teaches is that what each child of Earth wants is in his or her own life is translated into an individual snowflake medicine wheel that reaches the Earth Mother's heart upon melting. During the green and yellow moons, those same feelings come as raindrops because the seasons are ripe for the growing of dreams. We are the messengers of the white moons because those dreams must be held in crystallized form until the season of rest and reflection is over. Then, during the warmer moons, our frozen patterns of dreams and visions may thaw, being released into the earth. So I don't know about you, but for me, there was always this pressure or this hustle or rush to achieve goals or to have goals, and then to always be pushing towards these goals and then wanting them to come to fruition maybe sooner than they were supposed to, you know, that sort of thing. Impatience, right? But through reading this and understanding seasons and also working a lot more with plants to grow our own food and things like that, there is a really good awareness that comes from connecting practical experiences with what it is that you're thinking about on the inside, okay, in your heart and in your head. So what I've found is that I'm able to go, okay, well, yeah, this is what I desire. This is what the goal is. This is what I want. But to then be able to take a breath and to slow down. So on one hand, it is thinking of the fact that we have today and today only, because tomorrow is a brand new day and it can be whatever you want it to be. But at the same time, knowing that there's always more time, right? It's that sort of dance and that sort of experience. And I find that really interesting working with this Clean Mother because of these messages, I guess, and also seeing how strong things were. So I'll read to you the bits that I found interesting. So every Clan Mother has journeys with totem animals, and animals provide them with messages. So Pig had taught her the medicine of using intellect and reasoning. Mouse had taught her how to pay attention to detail through scrutiny and how to keep herself from becoming overwhelmed by completing only one task at a time. Chipmunk had given her the understanding of his medicine of respecting the smallest parts of nature through interrelationship and equality. Chipmunk taught her how to see the parallels in the universe, which is pretty cool, and to see the parallels in people's ideas. Turtle Dove taught her how to nurture the dreams of peace and how to find that peace inside of her. So before she's able to enter the caves, she needs to acknowledge what learnings and lessons she's had. So it's very much like working with people and saying to them, okay, you need to accept the learning, but release the lesson. So you understand the journey, or you understand what it is, what's the message for you in whatever that experience was, and then to let the experience go because you no longer require it, which is pretty cool. So once she's done that, she's then given the sign to enter into the caves, which is a dry leaf falling for her. Now, the first cave that she enters is the cave of the east. The direction of the east is the seeking. It is the male side of nature, and it searches for enlightenment and clarity on earth and in your human body. So through these lessons of the east, you gain the ability to be she's gained the ability to be the protectress of sacred traditions. What have you learned? And then she goes through explaining what it is that she's learnt from that side of things. She's learnt that sacred traditions may be preserved by ignoring the rigid human rules that evolve. When one human wants to follow the leader instead of the voice of truth inside his or own orenda, they are then ignoring the sacred traditions from within. So the truth of illumination is found through honouring every person's right to have personal truths, following the voice of his or her spiritual essence, which is your orenda. So continuously tapping into that. Intuition is a big thing, we know this. And over this coming year, will deepen. Coming years, sorry, not just this year. So from the first cave, which is the cave of the east, you move into the cave of the second cave, and that is the cave of the south. And the direction of the south is all about trust. So I feel in some ways maybe that was our journey last year, was into the cave of the south. And again, she's asked, what is it that you learn? What have you learned that you could trust? To which Wisdom Keeper replies, I have learned to trust the truth inside of me. I have learned to trust the innocence of the young and the young at heart. I have learned that all wisdom, teachings and history come from the truth presented in the sacred points of view of all life in the natural world. I have discovered that in innocence and humility there is a great power that transcends self-importance, which is the mask that humans use to hide their insecurities and their pain. I have found that faith and trust are the gifts of forgiveness, and that through forgiveness the human tribe can reclaim the wisdom of childlike wonder. So yeah, I felt like that was last year. And there's a little bit more as you journey through that, but let's keep going. She also learns that she needs to honour her female body and to only share that with those who would treat her with utmost respect. And I've learned that the place of all tomorrows, which is the West, is the place of darkness, where there is no fear of the unknown, because it is like returning to the medicine bowl. I have found the strength of retreat and silence that taps the feminine power of introspection and receiving answers. It has been good to understand the art of self-exploration, because through the feminine principle, I have learned the wisdom of loving myself. So that was during her third cave. Her third cave was the Cave of the West, which again is all internal stuff, right? The passage through to the fourth cave, which is the Cave of the North. And the Cave of the North is your healing and your gratitude, okay? So in this place of healing and gratitude, I've discovered the wisdom of those who have fully experienced human life. The lessons of their earth walks have served them well. I have learned to be grateful for all opportunities to grow. Some have been difficult, some joyous, but all have taught me wisdom, because I have learned to seize every opportunity, adding understanding to my knowing systems and compassion to our world. I have learned that healing comes to those who do not blame life's experiences, but rather give thanks for the growth potential being offered. I have gathered the wisdom that can be gained from personal experience. I have accepted the healing that has come from right attitude, and I have learned to be deeply grateful for it all. She then enters into the fifth cave, and in the fifth cave is where she learns about the direction of above, and talks about the wisdom that she gains from above. We won't go into that too much, and then what she does is she enters into the sixth cave, and the sixth cave is about the direction and the wisdom that you gain from below. And what she finds with that is that she's learned that every living thing has a heart filled with love, dreams, desires, and plans, and great medicine. For herself, she learned that the unspoken wisdom of her heart was like a rare jewel that allowed allow her the glory to be alive. And she's learned to only share that wisdom when it is asked for. And she's learned that there is no secrets in the universe, because all answers dwell within. And that those seeking wisdom can access those secrets at any time if they go inside and seek the light of the eternal flame of love. So there is a really good animal totem, and I learned about this 18 months ago now, who is very, very good in terms of assisting you with knowing secrets, and that is the animal, the lynx, which is Lynx, and lynx guards the silence of inner knowing. Chopper flying over. The mysteries of all worlds can be accessed through the heart when the seeker is willing to be open and receive. So that's our journey with the clan mother for the second moon cycle, Wisdom Keeper, remembering that she is the protectress of sacred tradition, and to recall that when we are seeking to find answers for ourselves, it is always a good idea to go within. And sometimes going within can include going to places where there are large rocks and caves. You know, anchor yourself into the earth. You can't get more earthy than old stones, in my mind anyway. So I hope that you enjoy this. I will pop a little bit of a blurb in the comments section to give you a little bit more information if you like. next month we go into weighing the truth. Yep, weighs the truth. And next month is about, listening and observing and weighing. Okay, so if you liken it to Libra, maybe in astrology, a little bit of Libra energy next month. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, whatever it is that you're doing. And I will be joining you again soon. See ya.